Well, we have reached the next pivotal step for chickens and turkeys. It is,
moving day.
we're gonna go check out the coop and get it all set up. Come along with us.
So for us here in Michigan, we have to wait a long time before we can get these chickies outside. Some of the nights are just too cold. So I know a lot of people that live down south, they can get their chickies in the spring and get them out relatively soon. That's just not the case for us here in Michigan. We have to wait, and we actually just had 2 nights ago we had a frost, so that's a little bit chilly for us to put our chickies out. We're ready now. Our forecast looks good. I think they're gonna be fine, and we're gonna put our turkeys and our new layers into our outside brooding area. The turkeys will end up getting moved, but for now they're gonna stay in here. And we need to get rid of whatever that is.
Where'd that come from?
Well, that would be a big mouse nest.
Okay. Like, wait a minute, we cleaned this out.
Yeah. So, with this being cooped up all winter, we are going to clean this up and eradicate the mice. I knew there was going to be probably something in it, just from sitting all winter. I'm going to kind of revamp this door a little bit here and revamp the pull cord. Right now, I just have just a drop down door there, which works okay from the side. Sometimes it gets stuck. I'm gonna just double check that, make sure everything works well, because we like to try to shut that door at night. We get the chickies to coop up and shut that door at night. I do have another automatic chicken door. I haven't put it on here yet. I don't know if I'm going to either. I got it just in case there was something wrong with my other one, so I had a backup. I've never had a problem with it. It's worked great for a couple years now. I really suggest getting one. It's made our lives so much easier here at Gagne Farms to not have to come out every morning and every night and let the chickens in and out. So we're gonna get this coop ready to go, and then we're gonna start moving these chickens into this outside brooder. Then we need to get our meat birds out on grass too, because they've got a lot of feathers. It's gonna be warm enough. We need to get them outside. With the hotter days, this barn really holds the heat. So unless somebody comes and opens up all the doors, it gets too hot in there. It'll actually get very, very, very hot in there. I have a shingle roof on the barn, and that really holds the heat. The sun just beats down on it, and there's not much you can do other than open the doors and get some airflow going in there. When we're at work, we can't always come out here and open up the barn doors and just leave them open all day long. So it's just good time right now to get them all on grass. They need to be on some grass. That's how we like to raise our chickens around here, our meat chickens. We like to have them on pasture. We believe they're so much healthier that way. Let's go get this coop cleaned out and start moving some chickies. All right, so Candace gets the job of coop cleaning. All right, we got the nest eradicated. So I just got some shavings here, a shovel, and we're gonna put some shavings in this coop. We had a little bit of bedding in here from last year's brooding chickens, and actually looks like it's kind of decent. We'll mix it in with our other compost when we go to put more on the garden. All right, in this brooder we've got a couple little perches, and they really seem to like that. We're putting our pine shavings in. Got about a half a bale there. So I just got pretty much a stick and a string on a screw on that door, and I can pull it up and down. And then I just got a little screw here. I do one of them numbers, and that's as simple of a door as you can get.
I'm trying to set up just a couple more roost sticks out here because all the chickens and the turkeys all like to roost, and the turkeys are in there roosting on their watering dish and pooping in it. So, and I know they like to get up a little bit higher, like turkeys will roost in trees. So I'm trying to put some of these up just a little bit higher, so hopefully they'll sit on that and not their water.
So we're brooding these chickens outside here for a little bit. We'll keep them in this for a couple weeks. Kind of let them get acclimated to the weather and the outside. It's kind of like hardening off a chicken. It's just the same as hardening off a plant before you put it in the garden. So we're going to try to get them in here. They usually stay in here about 2 weeks, depending on size, how they're doing, how the weather is. And then we will move them out into the larger run here. I have a trailer that I park right here that I can then put those chickens in at night. It's a bigger coop for them. They've got this whole run then, and they really enjoy it. The other benefit of that is it's right next to our main flock. So the layers are going eventually into the main flock. And this will get them acclimated to each other, and it really helps the integration process. We actually feed our pellets right up along the fence so they can kind of both get to the feed. And here's our little flock.
That's getting really big.
They're getting huge, so ready to move out. And there's turkey number 1. I'm gonna do just the turkeys first. Yeah. And introducing Thanksgiving dinner. All right. These guys are trying to figure out what is going on now. Oh yeah, these guys are well feathered out.
Yeah.
Them guys are always a little bit anxious when we move them around a little bit, but they'll be just fine. They're gonna really enjoy it outside. Stuck in those brooders in the barn, it can get cold at night, even with the heat lamps on. I mean, I've got insulated brooders in there, but it can still get a little chilly.
Trip on a chicken. You gotta let go of my finger.
There you go, guys.
Ew.
So for predator protection, we made a video last year that'll show you all the ways that we protect our chickens here at Gagne Farms. I'll link that up above so you guys can check it out. It's really informative. It's really helped us out throughout the years to keep our chickens safe, and I highly recommend you guys check that out. One of the things I'll point out right now, at least for the brooding chickens, is this double fence. So we have them in a run here inside of another run. And we also have electric fence down here too on the bottom. That's for any type of predator like a weasel or a raccoon, you know, things of that nature that want to burrow in at night underneath and try to get at them. But with this double fence we have here, we have not had a problem with it at all. We've been really lucky so far, and these guys are going to do excellent out here. All right, we got them plenty of food and water in here, and we're going to just kind of let these guys chill out a little bit. They've had a pretty traumatic experience over the last 10-15 minutes. They've never seen the outside, so this is a whole new world to them right now. And we got some curious little chickies here too, so we're gonna let these guys just relax, and we're gonna move on to the meat chickens. It's warming up out here. It's about time because we've been really chilly. But we got our chicken tractors right here. Kind of set them in the shade up along this area of the grass. It's going to be a little bit more shady. We're supposed to have some real hot days next week. And we didn't want them too far away from the house because we don't want any predators to come get them. I do have some motion lights that I'm going to put out here and hopefully scare anything away that does try to get in. But we're going to see. I think these guys are good right here. We're going to start them off here and then we'll move them down the way. So we decided to use our little trailer here to haul our chickens around the corner. It makes it a little bit easier. Candace doesn't have to lift the tote, or I don't have to lift the tote.
Taking my chickens for a walk.
And this is the first time they've been in the daylight too, so whole new experience for these guys. We've got 11 chickies in this tractor. We're going to put 11 chickies in that tractor. That's what we ended up with. We had a couple perish when they were 2 days old. So we ended up with 22 chickens, and hopefully they all make it till their first bad day. They're looking really good though right now. They got a lot more feathers than I thought they were going to have. So we should be good. We're going to keep an eye on them. We're going to get the other batch in here, and I'm going to set up their feed and water, and we're also going to put a couple solar lights out there just in case something does come around at night. That solar light usually comes on and deters them from digging under the chicken tractor. We've only had one problem here, and that was 2 years ago with a predator trying to dig under. It did get one of our chickens, but I actually had some chicken wire on the side of the chicken tractor, and it was a little bit big, and I think that actually whatever it was could reach in there and got one of the chickens that way. I put hardware cloth over top of that. I haven't had a problem since. So one of my suggestions would be to use hardware cloth on your chicken tractors instead of just chicken wire. Let's go get these other chickies. So to get these guys out of our bigger brooder here, I had the whole thing open, but I actually just put this piece of glue on and moved it up as just kind of a dividing board so we could get them all easier that way. Otherwise, when we try to go get them and the whole thing's open, they do more running around in there and they get really stressed out. So this way they seem a lot more calm. I always check the corners when I do move my chicken tractor and make sure there's no gaps underneath the board down there. It doesn't make it a lot easier for somebody or for a predator to get in and dig under. So as long as you got a halfway flat yard, you're pretty good. So this is the first time these guys have been outside as well, so this is a whole new world to them, and it's a whole different experience for them. So we're gonna make sure they got lots of water today, and we'll give them some food here in a minute too, and we'll just keep an eye on them a little bit, but we're gonna try to not mess with them too much right now. We're gonna let them just kind of be here. We got all the chickens outside today, and they are loving it. They're taking dust baths and scratching around. So the next step is to integrate these guys out into the larger run and get them integrated into the bigger coop. And if you want to see a video of how we do that, I'll leave it linked right here. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one.